Hi everyone. Today I want to talk to you about my new painting. I named this painting "When Life Gets Messy, Go to the Cross." You know, when life does get messy, we can go to the cross and we can ask the Lord to help us to face whatever trials we may be going through. You might be going through emotional baggage. You might be going through a spiritual battle. You might be going through a divorce, or you might be going through a terminal illness. You might be going through whatever life throws at you. And life gets messy. And we have to remember that we can always go back to the cross. We can, you know, this is a beautiful painting that I've done. It has a lot of different colors, and it took time. And we have to remember it took time for life to get messy. And sometimes it's going to take time. If I wanted to restore this canvas, it would take time for me to wipe away these things on my own. But with God's help, it could be just wiped away like a clean slate. It could be wiped away, but most often God uses our hurts, our pain, our suffering, things that have damaged us. And as we look back and we go, wow, you know, up close it looks like a big fat mess. Up close this looks just like a big fat mess. You know, there's many different colors. There's many different things going on. It's very active painting, and sometimes life gets chaotic. But if we remember, we can always run back to the cross. And when I painted this, it was a different painting and it looked beautiful. But then I thought, well, I wanted to improve on it, and it ended up being a mess. So I had to scrape all that off, and I was thought, Lord, what am I going to do? What am I going to do with this painting? It's a wreck. And the Lord said, just start painting. And so I thought, well, I'll paint a border around first. Then I'll first it was black, then it was green, then it was the border, then it was all these different lines. You know, sometimes it's not one all of a sudden, boom. Sometimes it's very gradual. Our lives become messy. But as I was finishing, I thought, no, this ain't done yet. And I just started putting little white around, and it formed a cross. And I was like, okay, Lord, that's nice. But as I was doing my paint, washing out my paint brushes, the Lord's like, told me, I was like, what am I going to name this painting? You know? And He's like, when life gets messy, always go back to the cross. You can always run back to Jesus when things get chaotic, when things get out of sync, and you think, oh man, it's such a mess. You know, I look at this paint and I go, wow, it's such a mess. There's a lot of activity, but as I look back on it, you can see a beautiful painting. And what's in the middle is the cross. We can always go back to the cross. When life gets chaotic, we can always run back to back to Jesus, and where it's a safe place. So you guys, I wanted to share that with you. I'm going to be sharing more of my paintings. The Lord's been asking me. He's like, okay, I've given you this beautiful gift of art, and it's all natural talent, you guys. God just gave it to me. But he's like, I want you to teach my people about things of me through your artwork. So I was like, okay. And he's like, this is the first one you're going to do, because it always stems to go back to the cross, to go back to the Word of God, to go back to the Word of God, you know. And every day life gets messy and you don't have time to sit down and read. But when life does get messy and chaotic, like that, very busy, we can always run back to the cross, you guys. And that's where we find our hope. That's where we find our peace, you know. So that's what I wanted to share this morning with you. And we'll talk to you later. And if you don't know Jesus, just ask him. Just say, Jesus, come into my life. My life's a mess. Help me. And he will. He knows your heart. Okay, we'll talk to you later. Bye.